in the beginning, the founder members were actually, 4 of us were students of St. Michael's High School, Mahim, which is a very old school, and 3 of the other members were there. They were again friends of mine at college. In order to keep in touch, we used to meet during Ramzan at the breaking of the fast. So 1 or 2 years, and then we felt that why don't we do something where we are together rather than meeting once a year and things like that. So the idea dawned that why don't we try and do something where we can help our colleagues who are not able to manage their school education, and if we can do something for that. And we are all from middle class families, so it was not that easy to get money. So somebody gave us an idea in few years time that why don't you collect old newspapers, because that will get rid of the rubbish from people's houses and it can fetch you some money. So we started doing that, and we still continue to do that, and we have more than about 3,000 households from whom we collect these newspapers every month. And today also it gives us about almost 60-65 lakhs income. And so that is how MESCO started, that we wanted to do something for our friends and our brethren who are not so well blessed. Though, as I said, we were all from middle class families, so it was not easy to collect. And over a period of time it has happened, but newspaper collection has been a big thing for us, because through that people have come in touch with our work, and then we've got sponsors and things like that as we went on. As far as the MESCO Education Society is concerned, see, we were giving, at one point, we were giving textbooks to students, they would return it. And again, next year, we would give it to the other people and they would go to the next level and so on. So it was going on like that. But then it so happened that we felt that from the giving out, lending of textbooks, then we went to even, buying books, notebooks and giving it at a subsidized rate. So that was the other thing. And very soon we went to trying to give scholarships. At school level, we started with 1 scholarship and 1 scholarship at the medical level. 1 medical and 1 school level scholarship. But again, we were not satisfied, because we were meeting the students only once in a year and they would come to collect their scholarship. So we thought that why don't we do something where we are involved in the building up of their, sort of their whole outlook to life. And that is where we thought of a school, because there we'll have children who come and we have the chance to develop their potential in all spheres, not only at academics. And that is where that thought came up. But as the parent organization was also growing, this other organization, MESCO Education Society, was registered in 1977, 9 years later. But since that was also growing, so for quite some years, we were not able to do anything on the ground. It's only in 1993 that we started work on the MESCO Education Society. So the parent organization, MESCO, is involved with education scholarships, medical relief, medical assistance, and poverty relief. These are the 3 main areas. As far as MESCO Education Society is concerned, it's involved with having educational institutions. So we have 2 schools. They have gone up to the 12th standard. And the other one is the vocational training, and we have nursery schools in the slums, and the latest that was added was early childhood care and education, that is the ECC, preschool certification, teacher teaching, so teacher qualification that is required to teach at that level. And according to the new education policy, these teachers can teach right up to nursery to the 2nd standard. So this we started about 7 years back, and almost all our students have got jobs. MESCO, the parent organization, has been giving scholarships, and almost like we give 7,000 scholarships of late to students right from school level to college. And we intend, once we give the child a scholarship, we are hand-holding them till they finish the graduation. So once they're enlisted, they will continue to get help as long as they show satisfactory progress. But there is no merit criteria in that. They can have just a 50% at the final examination. But when you look at the other 2, which are merit cum means scholarships, that we handhold at the level of standard 8, where we look at their 3 years results, because they're coming from different schools and different schools have got different standards, and usually the students who are coming from disadvantaged homes, they don't get into very high-fi schools. They don't get into any of those schools. They are into very mediocre type of schools, but still they are wanting to study. And we give scholarship for the meritorious students. So there is a merit criteria at every level. We have induction at 8th standard, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. And then we 12th standard goes up to graduation. If they have not done any professional course like engineering or anything like that after 12, then those people, they can apply for a professional scholarship, which is the other merit criteria, merit scholarship. So we have, in addition to this scholarship, which is trying to give scholarship at the school and college level, we have scholarship which are for diploma in engineering, architecture, degree engineering, medical and so on. So that is a separate criteria. I mean, there is a separate group there. So we have 900 students who are meritorious, but who are at the school level trying to go to the college, going to different professional courses or whatever, but they are not still into those except for the diploma in engineering. And the other people who are there, they who are getting into professional courses where the fees are very high, there we try to give them a scholarship, and that continues. So it ranges anywhere between 30,000 to 1,25,000 per student. And we have helped last year about 7,800 students. And among all these, most of them are at about 6,000 odd would be at the school and college level. And then the professional courses and the meritorious students, those will be the remaining about 1,300 students. So this is one scheme of MESCO. The other two are medical assistance, where we give financial aid to different types of, we've got two charity clinics. One is a physiotherapy clinic and the other one is the ordinary clinic and charity dispensary. And then we give funds for dialysis cases, we give funds for cancer patients, and that is one next level. I mean, that is the second thing. And also the involvement of the funds allotted is at the second level. First level maximum is about, for the major amount is 65 to 70% goes for education, because that is changing lives. And then we give it for this other group, where for the medical cases, again because of that intervention, the person is back on his feet. So we try to give next level of funds to this. And the third one is, of course, for people who are very, very disadvantaged and they have problem even struggling with life. So we provide dry ration support to some 440 families, and we also provide sewing machines to ladies who are, wanting to complement their husband's income, because these people are not having very good salaries. So even if 2-3,000 rupees they can earn, it supplements the income of the family. So this is the other thing that MESCO does. Now, in terms of MESCO Education Society, as I said, it's involved with educational institutions. So the two schools, there are vocational training courses, the nursery schools, and the ECCED. So these are the 5 institutional activities. And the 2 schools which are there, we started the first school in 1993 in shops, because we didn't have the funds to build the school, and the other parent organization was also growing. So most of the funds were going in for that. But when we started this, we had this dream that we'll have a school one day. And fortunately, by the year 2015, we were already having, in fact, 2010, the school building came up and we shifted the children from the shops, because when we started, it was in the shops. And by the time the children went up to the 10th standard, 93 they started the nursery, 2006 they appeared for the board exam. And all these years, 20 years, we've never had a single failure. In fact, hardly 3 pass classes in all these years, but otherwise everybody is scoring more. And more students have finished with more than 75% marks than less than 75% marks.